What's up, everybody? How are you guys doing? Welcome to Jake Richardson's Coaching Corner. This is season 2. We are already on episode 9. Today's topic is not worrying about the right time and capitalizing on the moment. A lot of people get caught in worrying and focusing on the right time, meaning they don't do what they probably should be doing right now because to them it's not the right time. Next week will be the right time. Monday will be the right time. 6 months from now will be the right time. And we procrastinate and we continue to push it back because 6 months come by and it's still not the right time. So we give ourselves another 3 months or another year, so forth and so forth. And you end up blinking and realizing it's too late. Whatever you thought you were going to do, it's too late now. You have too many responsibilities. You can't do it. And when you look back, you always say, man, I should have done it then. I had all the time in the world. What was I stressing about? So today we're going to encompass and I'm going to talk about what is the right time? When is the right time? Should you even be focusing on that? Should you be worrying about the present and capitalizing on the moment? So we're going to dive right into it. Why do people wait for the right time? They aren't ready for success, first and foremost. When you second guess yourself and when you are really just doubting the shit out of yourself and not going for it, you don't want to be successful. A lot of people like rhythm. That's why a lot of people have regular ass jobs. People work 9 to 5s. People have a 401k. People have a retirement plan that a company gives you. Your insurance is given from a company. It's security, it's simplicity. People like that shit. And that shit, in all reality, will not have you be fully successful as you possibly can be. And I just think it's sad. I think that a lot of people don't want to bank on themselves when it comes to creating success. And they're always looking for the right time. But the right time, in quotations, to me is an excuse to never jump, to never just go and stop worrying about it needs to be like this. And if it's not like that, then it's not the right time. Fuck that shit. Most successful people don't wait for the right time. They just believe themselves and they know at the end of the day, if all else fails, if all else goes right, you still have you. And all you need is yourself. If you are very happy with just you, and if you lose it all, you can still start and go again because you have yourself. That's the most invaluable thing that you can possibly have, that belief in yourself. But a lot of people don't have that, and they aren't ready for success. They move so slow. When you're waiting for the right time, you're going to move so slow. You're going to play it safe. More often than not, if you're playing it safe in life, in any category, if you play it safe to where your finances aren't in jeopardy, your emotions aren't in jeopardy, your health isn't in jeopardy, then you're playing it way too safe and you're not going to ever jump, and you're always going to give yourself that buffer of it's not the right time. Number 2, they are scared to fail if they go now. Like I was just saying before. They're not ready for success, and that bleeds into being so worried about failing. You get so scared to fail that you don't even try. And to not try is actually worse than failing. Most people think that failure is the worst thing in the planet. It is the second worst. The first worst is not even doing it. And then later in life, like I said, you'll look back and be like, I have so many responsibilities now, or I'm too old now, so I can't do it. I should have did it when I was young. I should have did it when I didn't have all this responsibility. Now I would be in such a better, more successful space now than I am. So I feel like failure, or the thought of failure, makes people not capitalize. When you're out and about in the club and you see a hot chick and you want to dance with her, you want to talk to her, and you're so afraid of being denied and and failing that you don't even do it. Then you see some dude that looks like garbage go up, talk to her, get her number, etc., etc. And you will go home and be like, fuck, I should have just said something. Who gives a fuck about failure? Everybody else is too scared to talk to this girl, but at least I'm working on myself when it comes to building confidence and approaching the opposite sex that I'm attracted to. So you get something out of failure. When you don't even try, you get nothing but second guessing, and it makes you weaker and weaker and weaker. So that's a number two, is just the fear of failure. It's scary. The scary thing isn't the failure. The scary thing is, like I said, becoming weaker and weaker and weaker and not getting stronger through your failures. When I started boxing, I was getting the shit kicked out of myself every day by way better boxers than me. But I would come back and get beat up and beat up and beat up and beat up. And then one day you start catching the rhythm and then you start dishing it back out. But you have to get beat up to become better and better and better. Same thing with capitalizing on the moment compared to the right time. The right time is failure because you're convincing yourself to never do the right time. And if you're convincing yourself to never even try, you're getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. At least try and fail and learn and then get better and better and better. Number three, they don't believe in themselves to do it now. Belief is huge. These three are extremely connected. Is not being ready for success, fear, and then that also bleeds into not believing in yourself. Nobody will ever believe in you as much as you need to believe in yourself to be successful. Because at the end of the day, they don't control your arms. They don't control your legs. They don't control the words coming out of your mouth. Only you do. So you have to believe everything that you're doing. The things that you're saying, the things that you're doing, the people that you're interacting with, the work that you're pushing out. You have to believe in it 100%. Because if you don't, I don't think anybody else should. If you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in the moment and this is right and I don't need the perfect time, I just need to go now, then nobody should believe in you. Self-belief and knowing that you're doing the right thing and knowing that even if you fail, you still have yourself and you can still become successful is invaluable. Like I said before, if you don't have that, I hope that you don't expect anybody to have that for you, because it has to bleed and breathe through you. Success and people believing should be them looking at you and being like, man, this person is really on to something. This person is really going and getting it. And then you create that belief through your actions. If you're sitting there and you're explaining to people, please believe in me, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, it's fake as fuck. There was a guy that I used to know while I was boxing that was like this. Wouldn't do anything, but would tell you, I played football here, I have a boxing career like this, I work here, and was fucking lying the whole time. Didn't play college football, didn't have a boxing career, didn't have this job, didn't date the chicks that he said he dated. And that's the scary part, is he wanted you to believe it so bad, but he didn't even believe in himself. He knew deep down inside he didn't do any of these things. So that becomes extremely scary, and that's somebody to me that I see, they don't capitalize on the moment. They see other people capitalizing on the moment, and they drink in their success from a bird's eye view, and then start relaying it like it's their life, but they themselves never capitalized on the moments, and they're waiting for the right time. And within that time of waiting on the right time, they're using these massive lies, so you start believing in them. Because if you start believing in them, I think they start thinking that they can believe in themselves, not realizing you can only believe in yourself by your actions, not by anything that you're saying, more of which what you're doing and how people see what you're doing, and then they believe you through your actions. Number 4, they want someone to fail. When people are waiting for the right time, they're usually watching other people within the same field that they're in or that they want to be in, hoping that they could fail and then learn through their failures instead of creating your own. The best failures that you could learn from are your own, not others. It's great to learn through others, but unless you're doing it, unless you have that hands-on experience, you don't know what it feels like. You don't know the exact moment they made the mistake and where they could adjust and pivot and get better. You only have a general idea. So a lot of people that are scared to capitalize and they want to wait for the perfect time, they want other people to fail before them. This takes a lot of time. To sit there and watch somebody go through a journey that you could start at the same exact time, and then maybe they fail before you do within this journey, and then you can pivot off of that while you're doing it, that's probably a better route. But to sit there and just watch them, and then watch them fail 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, and then go, okay, now I'll start. The scary thing about that is you only saw the failure at that point in which what they were doing. You didn't see the minor successes or major successes along the way that you weren't taking notes on, that you could fail at any given moment that you have no clue about because you haven't started it. So that's another one. Like I said, you should never be watching anybody else's ass. You should never be paying attention to anybody else's movements. You should only be paying attention to yours. And if you feel like something is right, you should capitalize on it and just do. And then failure will come in every situation. Like I said, when I decided to box, failure was getting a fucking black eyes, getting my jaw messed up, getting bloody noses, getting punched in the stomach, getting punched in the face. All those things. But as I learned firsthand, I got better and better and better. Prime example, when I teach my clients, I teach them how to slip. Slipping, you're moving out of the way of punches. When I put headgear on, I move with them, I make them miss a lot. And they always ask me, man, you're so good at making us miss. How do you do that? How come I can't do that? I said, because I got punched in the face thousands of times before I realized how to get out of the way of one. So you learn how to get out of the way of one and it looks really slick by the thousands of failures before that. But people don't want to sometimes go through that. They want you to go through that and hope that you can relay to them how not to do it. Sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you just have to get punched in the face to learn how to get out of the way of getting punched in the face. Number 5, they want someone to push them to do it. Out of all of them, they're all very sad. And they all need somebody or rely on something. But this last one, it brings the biggest. They all connect, but this one hits me the hardest. You should need guidance in the sense of it's almost like sugar and coffee. When the coffee is really bitter, you add a little bit of sugar into it, make it more withstandable. And if it's not enough, you just sprinkle a little bit more. But you put too much sugar in, it could kill you. It could make you feel like shit. It's extremely unhealthy for you. And that's why I feel like when it comes to needing somebody to push you, if you need a nudge, that's absolutely okay. If you're going on a path and you need advice, that's extremely healthy. But if you need somebody to drag you along the way while you're kicking and screaming and you don't want to do it and they keep pushing you and they're always there for you, you don't deserve that. Nudges are okay, but when somebody has to check in with you every day and somebody has to babysit you, this isn't for you. Just go back to your 9-to-5 job or just go back to being a loser. But if somebody has to create the capitalization and push you out of the way of the right time, you'll never be successful. You, like I said, you need advice, you need a nudge, but you don't need somebody to be there 24/7, always checking in on you, because you won't be successful. Fitness, any client that needs me every day through a text message to motivate them to get up, to come to work out with me more than 3 times a week, you won't be successful because I become more of a principal. I become more of a nanny than I am a personal trainer. Personal trainers should just be there to help maintenance and then guide you when you're on your own and put those great skills into you so you just do them. But if you can't adopt those and you can't absorb all that information and energy, and I need to constantly need to be there, you will fail the second I'm not around, and you'll come right back. And that's what you don't need. That's somebody that's dependent, not independent. And I feel like people that are looking for the right time constantly need somebody to be pushed them, constantly need somebody to talk to them. And that right there just means you won't be successful. You will never capitalize. You'll never need it because that person has their own life they have to worry about. They can't be checking up on you every day. They can't talk to you every day. They have their own shit they got going on. And you need to allow them to focus on their own shit because when they can do that, they can be extremely successful. And maybe you just learn through watching them in a bird's eye view of their success. But it can't be constant. Those 5 things are very negative traits that if you have any of those, my best advice, work on getting rid of those. Read books, get a mentor, see a therapist, see a trainer, get a hold of people that can help you to teach you to be better than those 5 things. Those 5 things will constantly keep you in the realm of waiting for the right time and not capitalizing. Those 5 things are going to fuck you up to where you never grow, you never become successful in anything. Like I said, this isn't just fitness or finance. This is everything. This is your life. This is the people around you. This is, like I said, fitness. It also is money. But at the same time, this encompasses everything. So go over those 5 things. If those 5 you didn't catch all the way, rewind this, listen to those 5 again, and then get rid of those. If any of those seem like they are you, and have an honest conversation with yourself. That's the most pivotal thing that you could do is be honest, absorb, and then get rid of. But now we're moving on. When is the right time? So when is the actual right time? It doesn't exist. You have to create it. So the right time never exists. If you sit there and are like, oh, it's going to be this time or that time, there'll always be something that comes up. There'll always be something that gets in your way. The right time to me is the present time. If you are thinking about doing something, don't rely on your future self to be stronger than you right now. I think about that all the time. If I walk by the dishes and I have the time to do them and I decide not to do them, that is me telling myself, the present me is weak as fuck. I'm hoping the future me is stronger and will do those dishes. I never want to be in that situation. I never want to think that there is a later down the line version of me that's stronger than me now. I don't accept that. So when I see things, I do things. I don't rely on anybody else. I don't rely on my future self. I rely on me in the present. That is the capitalizing of my time, not waiting for the right moment because it doesn't exist. And that's a minor. There's majors as well. When it comes to having children, when it comes to proposing, when it comes to quitting your job, when it comes to creating a new job, when it comes to taking the risks that you need to take to be successful, the best time is the present time. Go in obviously with a game plan. Doesn't have to be bit by bit, piece by piece, but an overall game plan to put you in the right path is pivotal. But go now. There is no right time. It doesn't exist. Just to let you know, in that category, there is no right time. It doesn't exist. Get the fuck up and start doing it now. Who waits for the right time? Losers wait for the fucking right time. When you're watching sports, they don't wait in football. They don't wait for the 12th play. They don't have the 12th play of the game circled and been like, perfect time. We're going for a touchdown now. Every single play is designed to score a touchdown. They don't score touchdowns in every play because you have defenders that are trying to stop you, but every single play is designed some way or somehow to get into that end zone. They're not waiting. They're not holding back and then plow every 12th player, 12 play number 12 or play number 46. Those are the touchdown plays. It doesn't work that way. So your life shouldn't work that way. Every move that you're trying to make is trying to put you in a better position. There shouldn't be stagnants. There shouldn't be ones putting you behind. There should be every movement going forward and making you better. If you don't believe that, like I said, the harsh reality is loser, which is you. Look in a mirror. You could change it. There's a lot of winners that were losers at one point. You could easily change it. People hear that word and they get so attached to it and they get so hurt by it. If you're a loser, welcome to fucking reality. Every single person on this planet at some moment in life has been a loser. Doesn't mean sports related. Doesn't mean just life related. It could be anything. I could get fired. I'm a loser from that job. I could lose a game. I am a loser that day. I could get broken up with. I'm a loser in that relationship, but that doesn't mean that I can't get into a relationship. I can't get another job. I can't play another game and then become a winner. You have to learn through that. But with this, it's the same thing. If you're waiting for the right time, more often than not, that's how you don't get the job. If you're waiting for the right time, that's a lot how you lose games. If you're waiting for the right time, that's how your spouse or the person that you're with gets bored and they dip because you're not capitalizing on the moments. If you are somebody that lives in the moments and puts thought process to that, like not just jumping out of cars and living whimsically, but like if you're living in the right moments with a good mindset, you're going to have a lot of success in all those categories. You'll be very successful. But if you don't, you are a loser and you need to get the fuck out of it. You need to snap out of it. Like I said, if I'm using that word and you think it's harsh, you can always become a winner. That's absolutely fine. I have no problem with you becoming a winner. But as of right now, to me, if you're living in that life, you are a loser. And you can get out of that. And my harsh words, I hope, do pull you out of that. When do people capitalize on the moments? Right the fuck now. Right now, every fucking minute of every day, somebody's capitalizing on the moments and on the successes that you are not. If you're sitting there and you're waiting, somebody is taking. And you got to realize that. They don't just sit there forever. You can go on to buy something. You can go and work on something. You can go do any of that stuff. And if you wait too long, somebody else will grab it. The hot chick at the bar that you wanted to talk to, you wait too long, somebody's gonna buy her just too hot to just sit there the whole time. Somebody will buy her a drink and somebody will get her number, somebody will hang out with her, etc., 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 and be with her when it should have been you, but you waited fucking too long. You want those pair of shoes online? You want that new iPhone? Oh, you wait too long to hesitate to order it? Sold out already. Gotta wait longer now. So, winners and the now are the ones that capitalize on moments. What kind of people capitalize on moments? If the people that wait for the perfect time are losers, the people that capitalize are winners. Every single person. And you ain't gotta like them. You don't have to like winners. But the reason why you don't like a winner is because you're a loser. And you need to get that mindset in. There's only one of two things that are happening at any given moment with things that you want. If you're ordering something on eBay, you're either the winner or you're the loser. If you're going after that chick in the club, you're either the winner or you're the loser. That's life. There's a lot of shit where people don't think that that's what's going on. But let me be real with you. Life, that's the fucking life. You're winning or you're losing. When you're going to the gym that day and you decide to get a really good workout and you're sore the next day, that's a win. When you didn't go to the gym and you ate all the bullshit and you ate a bunch of ice cream and you feel like shit the next day and your stomach looks like shit, you're a loser. That's it. I don't know how else to relay that to anybody in a nicer way. Because if I do it to you in a nicer way, you just become weaker. But if I hit you with that bang, it'll help you wake the fuck up. But winners capitalize on moments. Capitalize examples, like I said, dating, jobs, your health, entrepreneurship. I can go on and on and on and on and on. You'll be successful. Let's just leave it with those four right there. If you do dating, jobs, health, and entrepreneurship, you'll be extremely successful in life if you can capitalize on those four categories. And you could really always take that first step, take that first move, be successful, be the one that wins. You'll have it. Who should you be like? It's pretty adamant. I had a lot of good energy on that one. Capitalizers. People that capitalize should be the ones that you want to be like. You shouldn't want to be like a loser. You shouldn't want to wait for the perfect time because it doesn't exist. And like I said, you don't have to watch Instagram. You don't have to watch YouTube. You don't have to go to the gym and see the most successful people or the people on boats or the people with 8-packs or the people with fat asses, J-Lo, Puff Daddy, whatever the fuck. You don't have to pay attention to those people to think that they are winners and you're losers. The mindset is all you need. You don't need the money. You don't need the fame. You don't need any of that. If you have the mindset of taking action and doing when you feel like just gotta go and not sitting there and second guessing yourself and hesitating and thinking, no, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next week. If you can just adopt the mindset, you're a winner already. Winning is not based on how big you win. It's just about winning in general. Small W's, big W's, they're all W's to me. So if I could leave you with anything, just remember that you don't need to be a winner in the traditional sense. You just need to make sure the movements that you're doing are very positive. You need to make sure that you're just doing them and you're not hesitating. Pretty much, if you don't fight against yourself and you have a sound mind and you know what you're doing is right, then you're a winner. And great things will happen. And great things will happen at the pace and space in which you want them to. You don't need to be in a mansion to be a winner. And you don't need to live in a cardboard box to be a loser. You can actually flip-flop. You have some winners that live in cardboard boxes and a lot of losers that live in mansions. But it's all about you and how you feel about yourself and making sure that you're doing the right things at the right time. With that being said, we're done. Shorter episode. Quick, easy, effective. I hope that this helped you out. And I hope that you turn your mindset around. Because with the harshness that I throw out there, it's like coaching. My best coaches were the meanest guys on the field. But after they pulled me aside, they talked to me, they give me some life advice, and you'd feel better about it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Is I hope that that episode made you angry, but not necessarily at me, at yourself. If anything I said provoked you, it's because you know it's true about yourself. And you need to make those adjustments. If you make those adjustments, you'll be a lot more successful. Get out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Reach out to your loved ones, the people that you care about the most. Reach out to them. Let them know that you love them. Let them know that you're thinking about them, that you care. Get a hold of them. Hang out. Life is too short. I hope you enjoy this episode. Get the fuck out of here. Peace.